The PlayStation Anniversary, a custom theme for each console. Choose a theme to match your favorite generation. So I seen some articles that were talking about this, and as soon as I checked them out, I went and turned on my PlayStation just to kind of see if they were true. And yeah, it is true. It is something that I think is really cool that Sony and PlayStation actually did. And I gotta give them kudos when when they do something right. So I thought this was actually really cool, especially considering that what I mean. I've been making so many videos, talking about Sony recently and everything like that, and how I'm just not the biggest fan in the direction that they've been going in. I already mentioned that in the Bloodborne video that I did earlier today. So it is one of those things that with them doing this, I thought this was actually really cool. I thought it was really smart, like a interesting decision to make that they went this route, and I liked it a lot. So I figured it was something we can go ahead and look into, and then we can check out. So tomorrow, December 3rd, so technically today, marks the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. Several of you will be aware of this fact as a result of the 30th anniversary PlayStation 5 that Sony announced. That's not all they had in store though. PlayStation also released an updated timeline in its webpage and touching video thanking players as an update for the PS5 that included a custom boot screen from the PlayStation 1. And that was one of the things when I had read that in one of the other articles, the first thing I did was just went and turned on my PlayStation, and I had it in sleep mode. So I ended up restarting it, and it actually does. It goes back and it plays the original Sony, logo that you see at the beginning with the theme. And I ain't gonna lie, I never had a PlayStation growing up. That was always something one of my buddies had. So whenever I would go over to play at his house, it was one of those things that I remember, hearing the music, seeing the way that it started up, and it brought back a lot of that nostalgia feeling and everything like that. So I thought that was actually really cool that they were able to do that. So that same update also includes the ability to customize the OS to celebrate your generation of the PlayStation console. And that was another thing I really appreciated. There's another article I'll show right now of how that looked in a second. So Twitter user Radek shared a video on PlayStation 1 startup screen appearing on his PlayStation 5, but Radek also went on to showcase a set of themes to customize the operation system of the PlayStation 5 to celebrate the different consoles. Yo, a new update for the PS5 rebacks the original PS1 boot up screen for the 30th anniversary, which is so cool. So if anyone I was out there that, you got your PS5 and you haven't seen it yet, restart it and check it out. It is so cool, especially if you've been around from that time when the PS1 was a thing. It's a trip, man. It's really crazy hearing that boot up music and then being able to see like that same screen from like what you would back in the day, which is so cool. And then there are 5 different themes to choose from. So the standard PS5 theme, 30th anniversary, a celebration theme that showcases the PlayStation with fun graphics. PlayStation, a PlayStation 1 theme. PlayStation 2 with the familiar blue towers that represented a player's games and their progress in them. PlayStation 3, the familiar wave-like theme that was also present on the PSP. PlayStation 4, the typical theme we are all familiar with. So each of these themes comes complete with the matching sounds and sound effects. It's a cute way to celebrate the different iterations of the console. Sadly, PlayStation has stated it's for a limited time only. Many fans across multiple platforms have protested that and hopefully been heard. If you'd like to read more on the PlayStation anniversary video, click here. So yeah, that is one of the things that, I did read that on another article mentioning that it was going to be a limited time only. And that is really unfortunate because it's so cool the way that they have it. So they had it, let me see here. Yeah, so the first one, obviously, you got like the PlayStation 1 kind of feature, the way it looked and everything like that with the games that you have. But the console right here at the top. The next one was, oh, why is it so small? Oh, that's weird. But yeah, the next one, it has the towers. I actually customized mine to have it so for the PS2 because out of all of them, I think that's probably my favorite generation right there. The next one after that was the waves that you would see for the PS3, which is so cool because I mean I own a PS3 now, but that wasn't one that I had at the time. I kind of missed the PS3 and Xbox 360 generation, but I did have a buddy that would constantly bring his PS3 over so that we could play like Black Ops and do like the special missions and everything like that. So seeing that also does bring back a lot of nostalgia. And then of course the PS4, which is really cool because I was a big fan of the PS4. I didn't have it when it first came out. I did purchase it like a few years later, but it is one of those things where it does kind of have that nostalgia feeling as well for me. And then of course you got the PS5 era, which was really cool. So I think this is awesome. I thought it was so cool that they went ahead and did that. You know what I mean? So the players could get that kind of nostalgia feeling and everything like that, as well as the fact that the 30th anniversary it is one of those videos like I mentioned in the Bloodborne video. Like it brought back a lot of nostalgia for me. There were some video games that I seen that I didn't really care much for, or some that I didn't play at all. So I didn't really, get too much into it at that with those. But the ones that I did see that I had played myself, that you know what I mean, I was a lot younger when I had played them. It got me in the feels, man. It got me really emotional, and it got me like, damn, like it's been a long journey. You know what I mean? It has been 30 years with them. So I think that is so cool. And then this is also the little screen. Thank you for being a part of our journey. 30th anniversary. Restart your PS5. Don't unplug the AC power. And so, yeah. So once you restart it, that's when you'll see that original PlayStation, that sound, and then it'll give you that screen, the Sony computer entertainment. So really cool. I thought that was awesome that they were able to do that, and I'm pretty excited to see what other information we might be getting today with it being the 30th anniversary and everything like that. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Is there anyone that was able to actually check this out yet? If you haven't, I definitely would recommend, like I said, restarting your PlayStation and just getting that nostalgic feel, and then customizing your layout if you can. But also, I would recommend also checking out that anniversary video, because I feel like they really did do a good job in that regard. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.